the way that you lost?
What loss?
Makes
That's how
sense.
we've addressed it. No, I think honestly, from the standpoint, we've got to move forward, and hey, it's one of those games. As I've told our guys, that Sunday's game has absolutely no bearing on Wednesday's game. Same thing as when you win 7 games in a row leading into that game, no game you won before won you the next game. It's all based on going out and performing and playing, and why do we not play our best? I'm not exactly sure. Thinking back, I have been through a few of those games before, and probably most notably in 2007 when we played for the national championship at Florida. I mean, we were 41-41, whatever, and next thing I looked up, it was 78-41 still. I mean, I'd never seen anything like it, and that stuff happens. And our biggest focus in how we addressed it, we looked at the negatives, but we looked at positives. These guys have to understand that, that probably wasn't I know that wasn't our best basketball. Guys didn't play as well as they're capable of playing for whatever reason. But, and I do think Indiana, looking at it, they played an incredible game. And so we move on, and honestly, it's behind us, and we've moved to tomorrow night's game versus Rutgers, and hope through practice, through preparation, that we don't have that again.
Is it a case, like you said, you moved on? When you show positives, you show negatives. I wonder, do you show more first half than second half? I just wonder how much you can draw from the second half when the.
Well, actually, what we did is we took the negatives, and the positives came from previous games throughout the first 15 or 16 games we had played, and just like, hey, this is what we've been. We were down a man in transition, but we scrambled. We found ways to still guard and challenge shots where we were down a man Sunday, and we didn't scramble and make the extra effort play. But anyway, we did talk about the second half, that we did compete a little bit better. We played a little bit better. So, if there was an ounce of positive coming out of that might have been it.
Thad, you talked before Sunday about trying to find a little better offense, more consistency there. Is it more than just guys dropping passes and missing shots they normally make? Is there? Do you like the flow that you have? Could it be better? What is the, I guess, your mindset about this offense?
Yeah, well, I think that like a defense, you're never satisfied with what you're doing. I think one of the hardest things that we've had to do with this team is I don't want to say simplify, but not complicate, especially early on. Now we're starting to add different things as guys get a little bit more comfortable with what we're trying to do. But to look at a play sheet we got now and a play sheet we had in 2012 is completely different. But you had veteran guys that had ran the actions for 3 years, and they knew what they were doing. But I think that we're, my biggest thing is just the readiness and the execution on offense that we're still trying to get. When we have it, we're a much better performing offensive team.
Where are you at with, you mentioned the very first thing, it's one loss. So it's, not the end of the world. But when you have a game like that, how much do you, as you said, talk about the negatives and things you got to improve on and show some positives versus guys flush that one down the toilet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it does happen to teams, and
Right.
it's happened to your teams where you just forget about it, move on, but you don't necessarily want to forget about everything. Where's that balance?
Yeah, it's a tough question because there is such a fine line there. I mean, our job is to get ready to play Wednesday night. Our players' responsibility is to prepare, practice, and get ready for Wednesday night. I think that you probably do a little bit more individually with certain guys, and just saying, hey, but ball going through a guy's hands out of bounds, we throw the guy 1,000 passes, and when it happened again, it was one of those things that kind of compounded itself. And if this was the last game of the year, or the playoffs, or Super Bowl, or NCAA tournament, something like that, then I'd probably hang on to it a lot longer than I am right now. Not that I've let it go, but like I said, I just gotta get these guys ready to go, but there is that fine line of trying to find a delicate balance, if you will.
You had a team, I think it was, might have been 2012, you went to Wisconsin and had a game.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, but that team, like, they went on a winning streak after that. Now, that was more veteran, you know, with
Right.
Aaron was there, Deshaun. But can a game like that, I guess, evoke a response, and are you hoping to see kind of that starting Wednesday?
I am. I think just from the standpoint, and I've thought about that game because it was kind of the same helpless feeling. You know, I busted a clipboard and cut my hand in the first time out, and told him how much I loved him in the second time out, and we were still down by 25 in the first half. But no, I think that's kind of the responsibility of the guys. And being a youthful basketball team, it'll be interesting to see how we respond. Do we hold on to it? And I've told them, hey, look, as your coach, I'm on to the next one, and hopefully they'll do the same.
You mentioned